look at that. Starting off strong. Bill, welcome back to the fold. Yes, sir. Right out of the gate, you get one of these. Yes, sir. Strong. Strong start to the evening. I like it. I like it a lot. Welcome, Mecha Army. It is Wednesday. I hope you have had a good week so far. I have. It's been pretty good, honestly, all things considered. And then it's just going to get better on Friday because I go to North Carolina to see my fiance, and I can't wait. So I'm very much looking forward to that. So, putting this thing away. I'll tell you why I had that out in a minute. Yeah, so Friday, no stream on Friday. Just a reminder, no stream on Friday. Tomorrow, daytime is the last stream for the week. Yes. Now, the big thing today, the new drop is up in the store. It is live. Go and get you some. We've got the 4 new insignias, the 4 new Gundam insignias. We got the Killer Bees, that's a Desert Zaku unit. We got the Shrike team, who Andrew is going to remind us all died. And then we also have the Naga 3, which was the Zeon's Pacific submarine fleet. And then Bill's favorite, of course, last but not least, the Blue Bone Squad. They are the only Dom unit to be stationed in North America during the 1-year war. So all 4 of those are up in the store right now. The Chiseled Discipline, the classic shirt and hoodie are back. That is up right now. And then also the first wave of Mecha Decal insignias are back in addition to all of that. So, the first 10. Now, remember, I should say, if you remember, we only did one series, one wave of Mecha Decals. That is going to change. I'm starting work on wave 2. Yeah. So, the insignias that were on sheet 4 of Mecha Decals, those will be coming out soon. I'm not sure when, but soon. Got the first one done today, and it looks really good. I was very, very happy with how it came out. So, yeah. So that's all up in the store. shop.childofmecha.com. Let's go. Aside from that, what else? Yes, I posted 2 new redraw videos yesterday. Yeah, yesterday after the stream, I posted the Naga 3 and the Blue Bone redraw videos for members and stuff like that. And then also I posted the second installment of the Super Secret Project video for members as well, and that's coming out real good. I am going to be probably posting the next installment tomorrow. And when I tell you guys I'm excited about this, I'm pretty fucking hyped on this one. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Yeah, it's gonna be real good. So, this is pertaining to the Shiki build. Yeah, that's like I said, it's super secret projects. If you're a member, you'll be able to see in the shorts and everything like that. And yeah, detailing is underway. Oh, and it looks good. I'm sitting here staring at the super secret project, and oh boy, yeah, it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. I'm real happy with how it's coming out, and I think this is gonna be the way to go. So, stay tuned, members. Stay tuned. Anyway, so no stream on Friday. All that happening. Really, really good stuff. Yeah, I'm excited about all that stuff. So let's get caught up with the chat, and let's maybe try to get some fucking work done tonight, because we didn't do shit on Monday. The boosters are out of their clamps, so we'll start working on those again this evening, and yeah, we'll try to get some work done. Anyway, let's see. Let's start off. Swanky was the first one up. He says, "What's up, Tim? Really enjoyed the thank you video." Aw, Swanky, you're welcome, buddy. So what Swank's referring to is whenever you make an order in the Child of Mecha store, I have the ability to send you a thank you video for your order. And I really like doing it. It's a whole lot of fun. It's very, I think, meaningful and personable and all of that. And I find them really a good thing. So, yeah, so I thank Swanky in his video, and, you know, kind of welcomed him again to the hobby and everything, and just let him know that, you know, we're all in his corner and everything. So, Swanky, I like doing it. I like doing it, dude. So, let's see. Andrew's with us, Mr. RF Aurora. He has a question.
We have a question.
He says, on the box art for the Hyaku Shiki, is that the Zeta in the background between its legs? It is. Good eye. Yes, it is. Also, I don't even know. I forgot about this. Question of the day. What's one kit everyone should build at least once, and why? I'll go first. Surprise, surprise. Master Grade Jesta. Let's go. Julius is with us. He guessed the airdrop shirt. Yeah, no, it's just a plain Navy shirt tonight. It's boring. It was supposed to be Wu-Tang Wednesday, but again, of course, the Wu-Tang shirt is not clean. I haven't done laundry this week, so I need to do that. I'm going to do that tomorrow, so I have, you know, fresh duds to go to Renee's and everything. So yeah, that'll be fun. Mr. Bill is with us. Howdy all. Coming back into the fold on the Mecha Army. Handred's with us. He says, good evening, lads. Well, hello, boyo. Brandon answered the question of the day. What's up, Brandon? Good to see you again. He said, RX-78 Grandpa Gundam, gotta do the OG at some point. I agree. I totally agree. 100%. You gotta build some sort of OG kit. But what exact kit, Brandon? Because you didn't answer the question, buddy. Which kit? Not which mobile suit, which kit? Now for me, if it was gonna be a grandpa, you know, and I'm getting tired of this grandpa. Well, that's too damn bad. Excuse me. I would highly suggest the Master Grade Origins Grandpa. It is a phenomenal kit. I love the proportions on that. They are different from kind of every other Grandpa kit on there. And that's why I love them. They're so beautiful. So if you haven't built a Master Grade Origin RX-78, you got to add that to your backlog. Hell yeah. And Brandon also says, howdy everyone. Mr. Julius, Mr. J, he's with us as well. Brandon says, hopefully I can actually stay on tonight. Yeah, right, dude? It's been a while, man. I know life be lifing, but still, it's good to see you back, dude. Andrew says, question of the day, any GM 2.0 or GM Sniper 2 base kit? Those are really good. Simple and smooth, build that can look great with a little love. 100%. And the cool thing about the GM Sniper 2 base kit is that the Stormbringer that Andrew is working on is literally based on that GM Sniper 2 kit. So that's pretty damn awesome as well. So yeah, that's a good answer. Andrew Wu-Tang, yeah, Wu-Tang shirts, unfortunately dirty. Yeah. Excuse me. Whew. Let's see. Julius asked Andrew if that was if it was him going to Japan. He says, nope. He says, wish I could go to Japan again. Got to put any extra money into getting new soft brake hoses for my car, though. Oof. Mr. Greg Blair, he's with us. What's going on, Greg? Good to see you. He says, hey-o. Brandon says, glad to hear it. Nice. Mr. Jimmy James, he says, hey, guys, finally back. Almost done with the new house. Nice, nice, nice. Always love hearing about new houses. Very good stuff. Andrew says, I'll not be able to see tomorrow's live. I have, physical therapy at the same time. No, it's fine. Again, man, life comes first, Andrew. Life always comes first. He says, I don't have to remind anyone tonight, Tim. You just did it for me. Oh, of the of the build. Okay, I was like, huh, I missed it. Mr. George, old school gunplay, he's with us. He says, hey, Tim and y'all. Georgie, how the hell are you, buddy? Brandon says, I got to post an update on the ZPG and get caught up. Been gone a while and been lifing real hard. Yeah, I know. I know. Trust me, I know. Greg says, hell yeah, wave 2 new decals. Not new decals per se. The insignia on shirts and hoodies, wave 2. Just to clarify. Let's see. Andrew says, are you sure the new designs are up, Tim? I'm not finding them. Yeah, I set them all live. Let me double check on this computer. Hang on. Yeah, they are up there. They are live. 100% live. Jolly good. Yep. All there. Let me see. Where did they get added on the t-shirt category, though? What's up with that? Oh, that's why. Shit. Okay. Well, that's my bad. I forgot to add them to the t-shirt, hoodie, and sticker categories. Son of a biscuit eater. All right, I'm gonna have to do that. Not right now, but I'm gonna have to do that because that's obviously important. But yeah, if you hit view all products, it'll take you through the newest, products added and everything, and you'll be able to see all of it. So shit, that's my bad, dude. I completely forgot to add them to the categories. Fuck a duck. Oh well. We'll get to it. Kelvin's with us. Mr. Kelvin, how are you, sir? He says, can you smell what Kelvin is cooking? No, not a fart, just good vibrations. It's good to know. Andrew says, never mind, I found them. They just aren't in the regular categories yet. Yeah, I fucked that up. My bad. Brandon says, I've missed so much trying to get caught up. Just don't have the time. Dude, the cool thing is you don't have to watch every single episode. Just pop in when you can. It's no big deal. Jimmy James, he answered the question of the day. Master Grade GM Sniper 2. Nice. Very nice. George answered the question of the day. Any old 1980s Gundam model, original, MSV, Zeta, ones that don't snap together. Yeah, because George is building, God, what is it? A GOG? Is it a GOG that you're building, George? And he's making it into an aerial, GOG. So great. Mr. Greg Blair. Oh, also, I just ordered me the Titans hoodie. What? Greg, Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. I'll update that later or look at that. Very cool. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. I got to get the alerts for orders done. I have to go through StreamerBot, and it's a pain in the butt. But, you know, it is what it is. We'll get there. Sorvon, he's over there on Twitch land. He says, he answered the question of the day. He says, high-grade Origin is pretty great, too. Can't go wrong with either version of Origin, Grandpa. Yeah, I agree. Now, mind you, I haven't built the Origin, but I will take Sorvon's word for it on that because I've heard nothing but good things about the Origin, all of those Origin high-grade kits. So, yeah, agreed. Julius answered the question of the day. Master grade RGMS. The Sniper 2. Yeah, because it's such a versatile kit. Yes, 100%. Everybody's saying the GM Sniper 2. Hell yeah. Bill says, one kit, two answers here. Okay. GM Sniper 2, fantastic and inexpensive kit that is straightforward. And then any 1/60th scale perfect grade to experience the build of them. Okay, interesting. Fun fact, I have never built a perfect grade before. I've never built a perfect grade before. Not a single one. Nope. Never, ever, ever, ever built a perfect grade. So, yeah, fun fact. Andrew says, nope, not the build. Oh, the Shrike team. Yo, that's, okay. Yeah. Yeah. The Shrike team. The poor Shrike team, man. God. Those poor ladies. Anyway, let's see. Brandon says RX-7 2.0. Enjoyed that kit. Feel like it's a reasonably priced kit that still has that OG look to me. I got it. Oh, the real grade kit. Got it. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Let's see. Andrew, he says, anyone check the Ghost in the Shell out yet? So good. Is it? I saw that come up on Amazon. I gotta check it out. I did watch Masters of the Universe today. That was good. I was pleased. Brandon says, question.
We have a question.
He says, did I miss the window to use the coupon code on the store? That's a great question. No, you did not. That is it's a one-time use, no expiration coupon code. So yeah, if you got the 20% off code, dude, rock it out. Yeah, that came out in the emails. So yeah, apply it on there, dude. Save you some money. Hell yeah. Hendron says, agreed with George on those 80s kits. Andrew says, I just wish that they didn't tone down certain not safe for work scenes that they copied from the manga. Oh, from Victory, I guess. I guess it got real. George says, yep, a GOG. Yeah, he's building like an aerial GOG. And what is it, George? Like a World War II fighter or something like that? You're melding onto the thing. It just sounds kooky and awesome at the same time. I love it. Henry says, anything that requires actual modeling work. There you go. Brandon says, George sent me my birth year kit years back. I got it built, but it needs love. Fair enough. Bill left a linky link in the to the store. Let's see what he's talking about here, kids. Yeah. The Blue Bone shirt. There it is. That right there. That is, like I said, that's the only Dom unit that was stationed in North America during the 1-year war, the Blue Bone unit. They got the Bloody 13 with the sickle and everything, and then on the sleeve, you got your MS-09 Dom, got the Xeon insignia on there, and it also comes in black. it also comes in purple for the Dom. And then it also comes in a nice gray, which is very cool. So, but yeah, that's a cool look. It's a cool shirt. So yeah, good call there, Bill. Good call, buddy. All right. Let's see. Jimmy James says the GM Sniper looks amazing when it posed kneeling with the rifle. Oh, absolutely. I agree. Henry says I never owned one. Oh, a perfect grade. Yeah. Now, mind you, I bought a perfect grade Wing Zero way back in the day in the legendary time of the Toys R Us Gundam sale back in the early mid 2000s, when you could get a perfect grade for 40, 50 bucks, and when you could get a master grade for like $12 because they were clearing them out. Let's just say a lot of us loaded up at that time. But that's the only one that I've ever owned. Never built it. Used it for kit bashing and stuff. I used some of the parts on the Aussie. So yeah, it comes in handy actually. Let's see. Bill says there is your new favorite shirt, Jens. The Blue Bone shirt. Nice. George says all in due time, Brandon. As you said, life is a lifing. Yeah, exactly. I agree. Brandon says, none of the perfect grade have ever been intriguing to me. Just can't justify the cost, and they just seem extra. I totally understand. Aside from the size, I don't know, man. I like working on 1/100. That's kind of my scale of choice. So, yeah. Greg Blair says, a little story. He says, went up to Hobbytown, bought 300 worth of Gunpla and a few Pokepla for the niece and nephew. Aw. Bought a new RC car also and crashed it in the first 5 minutes. New axles coming Saturday. Dude, that's like driving a car off the lot and getting into an accident, you know? Sorry, Greg. That's terrible, dude. Handren says older PGs, besides the strike, all stubby and proportions are way too wacky, in my opinion. Yeah, especially the GPO, or the GPO one? That was stunted. Stunted. Bill says, how is it still 101 degrees at 9:30 at night? Damn Texas heat. Holy shit, dude. Andrew says, one of two, I've built the OG Master Grade GM Sniper 2 twice now. Repainted the first one. I painted to Lytle Wolf's colors. Nice. Then the second was a straight build. Then I built the White Dingo GM Sniper 2. And then you're also building the Stormbringer, right? Hell yeah. Big Terp. He answered the question of the day. Apparently the real grade Sazabi, due to the hidden stress marks. I have one, but want to get better before assembling it. Solid. Let's see, Brandon says, yeah, George, softball took over the family and the cookies, getting ready for Mexico vacay first week of August and a concert this Friday. Nice. So he says, I'm up to my ears in paperwork trying to get ahead. Oh man, I get it. Handren says, I was in Oklahoma a couple days ago and it was hot as fuck. Let's see. Greg says, speaking of perfect grade kits, I have the new PGU sitting here taking up space. Ooh, that's a big box, man. That's a big box. Big box of plastic. I love it. Brandon says, life been kicking my ass. Late nights, early mornings, work, cheer camp started this week, and final softball tourney this weekend. Oh my God, dude. Yeah, you don't have a second to breathe, man. God. Andrew says 2 of 2. Then I built the actual GM Sniper 2 Lytle Wolf kit. I also have an unbuilt base GM Sniper 2. for the GM Spartan resin conversion, and the White Dingo GM Sniper 2 that I modified. Nice, nice. Henry says, I do have the MSV 160th full armor Gundam, though. If life allows, got big plans for it. Nice. The old school. The old school. Julius says to Brandon, you're creating lasting memories for your kids and setting an example for them about the importance of love and family. Hell to the fuck yeah. I totally agree with that. Totally agree with that. Dude, Amber's leaving for college in literally 5 weeks. And I am not ready for it. Not ready for it. Thankfully, Renee's coming back that entire week to, you know, be my emotional support. And so that'll be good. That'll be really good. So, but yeah, dude, I agree with Julius, man. You know, you set the tone. You set the tone for your kids. So the tone is being set rather well, it seems. Good shit. Greg says it was a beautiful rooster tail and the front lifted off the ground. Oh, buddy. I don't know shit about RC cars, but it sounds like you really liked it, and that was tragic. Brandon says, thanks to Julius. Good to hear it sometimes and put it in perspective. Goddamn right. Edwin, Mr. RSA, he says, good morning. Hello, everyone. Edwin, how the hell are you, buddy? Andrew says, I've built the OG Stormbringer, Stormbringer PF, and the GM Dominance. All are modified GM Sniper 2, but the Dominance uses the chest from the GM Sniper Custom. Well, there you go. Bill says, Brandon, when you were at cheer camp, are you dressed in a cheer outfit with pom-poms? Start singing Mickey by Tony Basil, whatever her name is. Geez, that just went over like half the audience's head there, Bill. Let's see, Julia says, no worries, they grow up so quick, and before you know it, you'll be saying, where did all the time go? Dude, Julius, I'm there now. Fuck a duck. Andrew says, I actually prefer the mechanical design of the new, on the PGU, new box frames rather than the kit itself. Okay. I haven't seen it, so I don't know. No point of reference. Let's see. Mr. Edwin, he says, answer the question of the day. He says, on those 80s kits, before SnapFit kits, you'll be grateful for SnapFit. Yeah, no doubt. Andrew says, I think the GM, Master Grade GM Cold District type and the GM Commands are modified GM Sniper 2 frames as well. They are. Let's see. Swanky says, can't wait to step into the perfect grade game. Got my first Master Grade the other day, working my way up. Nice. What did you get, Swanky? I'm just curious now. What Master Grade did you purchase? Let us know. Brandon says, LMAO at Bill, no, I don't need to get kicked out, but I do know all the cheers, and I end up helping set up all the pads and stuff. Yeah, I remember when Amber was doing cheerleading, and yeah, I remember. Bill laughed at Brandon. Mr. Enrico is with us. Enrico! Buenos noches. Andrew says, when Amber leaves, Tim gonna be curled up crying on the couch with a Bernie burger. Dude, maybe a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be sad. Yeah, it's gonna be sad. You know, because I don't really remember what life was like before her. You know what I mean? So, yeah. 18 years goes by super quick, man. Oh, man. Let's see. Handred and Enrico are talking about soccer, football, FIFA, whatever. World Cup, sorry. And Todd is with us. He says, hello, everyone. He says, hi, Tim. Todd, how are you, sir? Let's see. Yeah, they're talking talking football. I'll leave them to it. Greg says GM Sniper 2 frames are also Gundam 2.0 frames. Are they? I thought they were like their own separate thing. I don't know. Anthony's with us. He says, hi, Tim, and hello, everyone. Also, new pics in the community tab of the murder egg. Let's go. Let's go. Nice. Enrico says, buenos noches. Kelvin says, did I say hey there? Had to step away for a bit, important biz. Yes, Kelvin, you did. Yes, you did. And thank you for it. I appreciate that, buddy. Henry says, dude, that game was a joke for them. 0 shots. Oh, I guess they're talking about the finale. Spain versus Argentina? Something like that. Julie says the RX-78 2.0 and the RGM-79 GM also share much of the inner frame as the Sniper 2. Do they? I didn't know that. I guess you learn something new every day. See, I never bought the 2.0, so I don't have a real good point of reference. And also the regular GM, I've never owned one of those either. Brandon says, when Amber leaves, we need to send Tim a box of Tim Tams, a 5th of booze, and a mega box of tissues. Well, I'll definitely take the first one. The Tim Tams are fucking delicious. The other ones I think I'm pretty stocked up on, though. Let's see. Bill says, okay, Tim, question. Okay.
We have a question.
Let's go. What's the question here? What are we doing for a custom melee weapon for this race car inspired build? An axe with the blade looking like a spoiler wing for a car? No, actually, I'm gonna keep it simple. The Shiki has 2 beam sabers, and we're gonna keep it stock at that point. We got the new we got the new weapon, the new gun, we got the shield, we got something else going for it. Super secret build. Heyo. Just for members on the YouTube side of things. But yeah, dude, I don't think I'm gonna do a melee weapon for this guy. He's stacked enough at this point. Todd says he just released Master of the Universe on Amazon Prime today. Yeah, I watched it. It was good. It was good. It was so campy, but in a good way. Especially at the end. After, the big victory, no spoilers or anything there. But after that, the heroes are standing around in a circle and someone tells a joke and they did the classic He-Man laugh, the ha 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 ha. Like all of them did it. It was great. It was so great. I was just like, that's perfect right there. That's perfect. Oh man, it was good. It was good. Let's see. Andrew says, only real difference between the GM 2.0 and the RX-78 2.0 and the GM Sniper 2 is the torso. GM and RX-78 use core block. Oh, okay. Okay. See, I didn't... I don't have any point of reference. I don't know. Let's see. Henry says, Tim, do show us what you have so far on that Shiki. Yes, we will get to that momentarily. We're almost caught up here. Enrico says, agreed with Handrin. Underwhelming performance. Oh, from soccer again. Andrew says, I'll be sure to show the inner frames excuse me, of the GM Sniper 2 and the Granddaddy soon. There you go. Todd says, Tim, I have a question.
We have a question.
Let's go. He says, I made a mistake on both lower part of the legs for the Zaku 2 Warrior. I trimmed it sloppy. Should I use Mr. White Putty to correct it? You can. Absolutely. You can. Oh, good. Let's see. Todd sent me a picture. Let's take a look here. What are we looking at? Are we talking about the seam? Where are we talking about here, Todd? Because I don't see anything really egregious. Yeah, here. Let's take a look, yeah? So this is what Todd just sent me. I don't really see anything too crazy. I mean, unless you're talking about the gap above the lower gap. You mean up here? I don't see anything there. Oh, you mean this right here? This section, this kind of line right there? Is that what you're talking about? Yep. Oh, up, up. Is that a yup or an up? I don't know. Yes, okay. So, okay, cool. So, I think what he's talking about is like right in this area right in here, right? Is that what we're working with, like right there? You can definitely use putty. The only, like I always say, the only drawback to using putty is that it could reactivate when you go to prime and paint it, right? And you could get a sinking, a sinking effect on the putty. You can also use super glue. Just kind of start to layer that up thinly and sand that down. That'll be much more resilient. It's not affected by paint and primer, but either way, I think you'll be fine. Yeah. So, either or. Yep. So, let's put the phone up here. There we go. All right, cool. So, let's see. Bill says Masters 2 will have to have She-Ra in it. Yeah, she made a little post-credit little deal. I think that's out there. That's not, I guess, a spoiler. Kelvin answered the question of the day. The Jesta, as always, need a 2.0 or 1/60th, but the AMS, the Gyaradoga will do. Yeah, man, the Jesta. If you're talking about the high grade Jesta, I don't know anything about it, but the master grade Jesta is an absolute masterpiece. Does not need a 2.0 in my opinion. I mean, a 1/60th, that would be kind of dope, I'm not gonna lie, but we'll see. Bill says, what parts? I am using one as a donor kit for my Dom build, and I might have them available to send to you if you can't fix them yourself. Aw, that's pretty cool. Yes, Bill said I would just plate over it and add new detail. Todd says I tried it too much, trimmed it too much. Yeah, it happens. Let's see, Hendren says, especially if the crack is too deep, if it's shallow and with a few layers of putty, it's more forgiving. True. Bill, you mean plot plate? Ha ha. Jesus. Enrico answered the question of the day. He says 80s Zeong. Simpler engineering, nasty seams, misaligned parts, really dull antennas that need sharpening, lots of opportunities for learning. Decent. All right, rock and roll. All right, cool. All right, so we're caught up with the chat. Let's get to work. Yes. Okie dokie, Smokey. So here we go. We got all the boost. We got both of these boosters glued up. These are now one. Let's just take the backpack off in general. These are all now one solid piece. So we're looking good on both of these. The arm is now static. It is not going anywhere. And then we'll start to plate this thing up and get this going here in a moment. Let me just get these little stupid little inserts out of here. There we go. And then if you missed yesterday's stream, we started a little bit of work on the backpack, covered up these, pre-molded deals here and also here. And so just shaped those and, very simplistic. So probably, I don't know if we're going to work on that tonight or not, but let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this. This is really where our attention needs to be placed, I think, tonight. So we've got a bunch of seams that we got to clean up. You know, typical high grade, par for the course. It is what it is. Yeah, this thing is all one solid, rock solid unit now. It is not coming apart, no matter how much we would want it to, if we needed it to. Yeah, so this is looking good so far. So, with that being said, first things first, we got to get this squeeze out trimmed up, cleaned up, all that good stuff. And I'm going to be using a combination of the chisel blade, my hobby knife, and then also regular chisels too. Chisel blade comes in really, really handy when working with straight edges, sharp, 90-degree corners, things like that. Basically exactly what we're doing here. We're just trying to get... There we go. There it is. That just unlocked. See that little deal right there, that little squeeze out strip of glue and dissolved plastic. That's what we're looking for. There we go. And that'll get you a nice right angle there too, a nice sharp corner. There we go. Very good. Okay. Alright, there we go. Get that little bead of glue out of there. Very nice, very nice. This is going very smoothly. Pain in the ass, but it's still going smoothly. Those necessary evils when it comes to modeling, you know. Now, modern master grades really don't have a lot of seams that you have to deal with like this. So this is very much a a high grade thing. There's going to be some cleanup to do right in here. But I honestly kind of expected it. It's not a big deal. Man. The alignment on these parts, not great, in my opinion. But, you know, it is what it is. We'll fix it. We'll fix it. 'Cause that's what we do. Alright. Right here. No, I'm going to trim it first and then scrape it down. There we go. Nice. All right. All right, so there's that. This I'll clean up in a different way at a different time. I'm not going to worry about the underside here, mainly because this is going to be scribed out and everything. So, all right. Cool. All right, good deal there. All right. Pardon. Okie dokie. So, with that, let's smooth this out a wee bit here. Very nice. Very nice. And this I'm just gonna flatten. There we go. Nice. All right, now this here, all of this here this is all different heights. And it's all very, very shallow differences, but still nonetheless differences, right? So let's go to work on that. Because this is the surface that we're going to be working on, so it is fairly important that this be pretty flat. that's getting pretty good. Okay, cool. That surface looks pretty nice. It's even enough. It doesn't have to be, this surface doesn't have to be perfect, because I think what we'll do is plate a lot of this over. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but I do want it to be at least semi-flat, so that when we do go to plate this thing, there's not a lot of variance to it, you know? So that's a good thing right there. All right, so very good there. All right. I'm gonna go pretty aggressive on the sandpaper on this seam right here. We'll get it cleaned up. All right, one thing that I always like to do is when I'm being aggressive, when I'm using a very low grit sandpaper like this, you know, work the area that you need to, but then once you've got that all set, feather that in with the rest of the piece. Don't just let it, you know, be the one area that you sand. A little nub mark from the previous owner here. Yeah, good, good, good. All right, cool. So then we step it down and we go a little bit higher sandpaper grit. And then we just finish it off with something even higher than that. And last but not least, you got your finish. There we go. Yeah, nice. All right, so I don't know if this is going to show on camera or not. Right there. Okay, so right here, you can actually see where I did the fingernail check right there. There's like 4 different, almost like scratch marks. But that's basically just me going over the part, over that seam with my fingernail, and it basically buffed the part there, and you can see how that looks different. It's a different type of finish, right? So yeah, that seam is perfectly good now. It's really, really, really nice. All right, cool. So let's just get these. I'm not going to go super aggressive on these here. Let's get another piece of sandpaper here. Yeah, that's pretty nice. I have like a bin of sandpaper over here. Okay. There. Oh, it's right in front of me. All right. So, just want to. All right. It's not great right there, so we're gonna have to get a little aggressive here. There we go. All right, cool. So, just quickly reestablish that sharp corner there. Sometimes you have to reestablish the corner, especially if you went aggressive, because that inside corner may get a little soft, and that's kind of what happened to me there. But we got that figured out, all nice and neat. So now we'll go back with our higher grit sandpapers here and just finish the deal. Okay. This part right here, super goddamn tedious. It's almost as bad as masking. I swear. Where's the finish? That's the finish. Do any of you actually like sanding like this? Like cleaning seams and all that? I'm just curious if any of you actually like doing this part. All right. There we go. Nice. Nice and clean. Nice and sharp. Yeah. Money. Money, money, money. That's money, honey. All right. let's get a little bit caught up in the chat. I don't know if we're gonna go through every single comment, but we'll triage this thing and keep it rolling. Let's see, because yeah, you guys have already topped out the universal chat. Jesus. Okay, cool. So, Bill says, I seriously thought about nabbing one of those other God Hand filing plates for Tim. I was thinking of taking it to a thing remembered in the mall and engraving it with the Compla plate. Dude. That'd actually be really fucking funny. I won't lie. That would be really fucking funny. Let's see. Todd says, did anyone see the trailer today for Clayface? I have not. That is coming out, though. Yeah. Bill says, decided that we'll have to wait until I find a new job. That's totally fair. Andrew says, I just sent the pics of 3 kits to Tim. Okie dokie. Let's see what we've got here, Mr. Andrew. God, that was 20 minutes ago. Have I been doing this for 20 minutes? Fuck. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, Andrew sent pictures how similar, I guess, the kits are, right? Oh, yeah. Okay, so the two, the GM and the... Okay, so they have the different, they have the core deals and everything. Okay. Oh, other way, dummy. Okay. Is that it? That's it. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So basically, the GM Sniper 2 base has the normal, internal frame. So yeah, fair enough. All right. Let's see. Tomorrow is the announcement for the new Gundam series. Yes, it is. But also going back to Todd, the trailer for Clayface. I saw that it was out. I haven't had a chance to see it yet. Yeah. It sounds interesting because they're making a horror movie out of like Clayface and everything. So it should be cool. Let's see. Again, I'm gonna hammer through these. So if I don't get to your comment, I am sorry. But we got to triage this thing here. Mike Dawson's with us. He says just got home from work. Mikey, hi. Let's see. Blaze is with us. He says hello. Blaze, how the hell are you, buddy? Handren says, Tim, I saw a bit of blood on that thumb. Did you nick yourself again? It wasn't the thumb. Oh, here. No, that was just a fucking, like, piece of skin that went back too far. So, no, that wasn't a cut. That was just, part of it. But that little nick right there, that was due to the chopper the other night. So, yeah. C'est la vie. Let's see. Okay, moving right along. Andrew says, I can barely handle the OG Evil Dead with Bruce Campbell. Oh, man. That was classic. Let's see. Tis but a flesh wound. Andrew says, but I've never seen Drive. Oh, with Ryan Gosling? I saw it once. I wasn't very into it. I don't know if I gave it... I don't know if I gave the movie all of my attention or not, so I'll probably give it another shot, but not anytime soon, I don't think. Let's see. Bill says Ryan Gosling, and he says like 7 words in the entire movie. Seriously? Holy shit, man. Mike says, I got mandated to work all weekend this weekend, but I needs the money. Silver lining, I guess, right? Silver lining. Let's see. Andrew says, no, Tim, I do not like sanding. That's why I got a pen sander to see if it makes it any less tedious. Haven't tried it yet. Oh, gotcha. Bill says yes, Tim. You like sanding, Bill? My God. Or I was at it for, that's when I asked if I was at it for 20 minutes. Yes, Tim. And then Todd says time flies. Yeah, for real, right? Andrew says, where did it fly to, Matt? And if it was vacation, can we go with it? Yeah, for real, right? Todd says it flew to Japan. Oh, I wish. Mikey says, I'm trying to figure out how to pin these skirt armor / frame parts for paint. A little exciting. Alrighty then. All right, cool. So we're caught up with the chat. That went well. Smoothly. Fast. Excellent. I like it. Let's go. All right. So we've got these surfaces here, all, semi cleaned up. Not around this part per se yet. This will more or less be outline scribed and everything there, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. But this surface right here is more of what I was mostly concerned with in terms of being flat and being even and everything. Now, what's the width that we're looking at here? Are we looking at 10 fiscal millimeters here? I think so. Yeah. About 10 fiscal millimeters. For those of you that missed it, that was a joke the other night or the other day. Was it yesterday? I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, so this is basically 10 millimeters wide. So I think what we'll do, probably go about 8. Yeah, I think that should work. Yeah, I think that'll work. All right, cool. And then how far do we want to go up on this thing? Let's see, right about there. We're going to go about 12 millimeters. Yeah, let's do that. 8 by 12, 8 by 12, 8 by 12, 8 by 12. All right, before I do that, we're actually going to need some styrene to work with. So let's pull this guy out here. Let's see, that's too thick. It's half deep. Ooh, what's this here? Oh, that's real thick, but soft and pliable. How's the length on this? That is damn near what we needed, actually. And that, now that I think about it, the thickness may actually be a good thing. Yeah, let's go with this. Let's go with this. All right, so 8 by 12. What was the width on this guy? This is looking at about 15 that way, about 15 that way. All right, cool. So this will work. So we need a good 8 millimeters here to cut. About right there. Get that locked in. All right, first things first, we need to, we're not using that side. First things first, we need to get this edge squared with such a kind of a thick piece. Yeah, it didn't do a very good job there. Let's get it a little bit more. That's much better. That's much better, much cleaner too. Perfect. Okie dokie. So, yeah, that's pretty thick. I mean, you're getting to about the limit for what the chopper can do. This is probably a good 1.5 mil thick here. Nah, that's closer to not quite 2. So yeah, you're getting close to the upper limits of what the chopper is physically capable of cutting clean. Now, I mean, mind you, you can go to town and try to cut, you know, thicker pieces of claw plate, but I wouldn't recommend it. Would not recommend it. Let's get this little guy here. We're just going to even out the surface. There we go. Nice and flat. There we are. All right, cool. And then that there. Ooh, yeah. So, I don't know if you guys heard it, but there's a difference. See, it's catching because there's a lip right here on this thing. Yeah. And once we get that, hear it, and then now it's gone real quiet. Yeah. So that's when you know it's nice and flat. Yeah, perfect. Okay, cool. So now we have to trim these up. Let's check widths. Oh yeah, that'll look good. Yeah. I'm going to like that. I'm going to like that. Yeah, we definitely need to trim a little bit off the front edge. All right, so let's get... I mean, do we want to use the chopper? Yeah, we got to. If I want this thing to be, you know, perfect in terms of the length on both, you got to use the chopper. You just got to. Where did I put the... Where did I put the... Oh, shit, there it is over here. Put it behind me. That's why I didn't see it. All right. Put that away. All right. So we need 8 by 12 millimeter. All right, 12 fiscal millimeters. Yeah, right there. Lock that in. Okie dokie. Now, I'm not going to try to hold this with my fingies. I am going to use safety equipment. Where's Pete? Pete would be proud right now. Boom. Boom, there we go. Sending pieces flying. Yeah, look at that little guy right there. All right, let's see. How did they... Nope. Good deal. All right, so we need to finish off the edges because, again, this plastic is pretty thick. So the chopper itself can only do so much in terms of edge finishing. It's looking good. Good. Oof, this side's a little rough. But it's better now. Ooh, and this side's rough too. Ay, ay, ay. Much better. All right, that's good to go. Good. edge right there. All right. Very nice. Very nice. Okie dokie. So this should fit right to the edge. Right about there. Yep. Nice. That is very, very nice. Excellent. Excellent. All right. So next thing I'm going to do, I want to start off by chamfering one, or the leading edge here. I think what I'm going to do is just cut. Just get the kind of the heavy lifting out of the way so that the God hand file can just even this up here. Yeah, there we go. There we go. All right, and then just finish it off. Yeah, nice and straight. Excellent. All right, and then mock this guy up here. Yeah, perfect. All right, excellent then. That looks really, really good. So let's do the same type of thing to the corresponding piece here. Good. Nice. Let's match these two up, see what we're looking like. All right, cool. I like the second one better, so we're gonna go a little more aggressive on the first one here. Nice. Even. Sweet. All right. This goes off to the back. Huh. All right. And then this will go right on here to start our plating. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. I have an idea. I have an idea. Let's see. Oh, shit. Damn near dropped it. Okay. Okay, cool. All right. Sweet. All right. I just thought of a cool thing to do here, right? Let me clean up the sides there. All right. So this is 8 millimeters wide. And this piece is, I think, like 11, if I was right, it was like 10 and a half, 11 millimeters, something like that. This is about almost 2 millimeters, right? So, let me see. Okay. So, how would that look right there? That would look kind of dope, actually. All right, let me try. Ooh, that might actually look better. All right. Yeah, I think we got a plan. Think we got a plan, kids. I think we got a plan. Let's go. All right. So, this is almost 2 millimeters in thickness, right? This piece here, I think this is what, 2.5? Yes, this is 2.5. So what I figure we'll do is lay this piece down here, right? Right in the middle, like I had planned, and then cut a strip of the 2.5 and apply that on its edge, right? And then overhang and taper down the front edge of this, so it makes a nice little, almost like a frame, sort of. And I think that'll look really cool. All right, let's get to it. Let's get a little super glue. Where are my tweezers? Here they are. Ooh, come on now. He's a wide boy. All right, here we go. Little dabble do ya. Spread this out on the piece. Okay, now placement is everything. All right, I think we got it. Yeah. Good squeeze. Nice. That fills in any of the uneven surfaces and everything underneath of that. So that is going to be really good. Really, really good. Okay, so let's get a little kicker on this guy. Boom. Yeah, we're good there. All right, cool. So let's let that cook for a second. Let me get a drink, and then we're gonna get caught up in the chat a little bit. Yeah. Oh yeah, baby. All right. What time is it? Holy shit! It's 11:30. Oh my god, man. What the hell? Ay ay ay. Okay, so again, we're gonna power through this this chat, yeah? Okay, so time is on my side. Yes, it is. Get to the chopper. There you go. Bill says if you have alligator clips and the skirt attaches with a ball joint, you can clip out a spare poly cap and have the clip hold on to it. Then you can just slot the skirt into the poly cap for painting. Just a good, damn fine idea. Yeah, damn fine idea. Andrew says, Tim's sending the plow plate flying tonight. Damn right, son. We got to do this work. We got to do this work. I put in that work. Anyway, Bill says that is about as thick as you want to go in the chopper. Oh, yeah. Anything honestly over 1.5 mil, you're dancing with the devil at that point, honestly. As you could see, like, I had to do a decent amount of cleanup on the edges and things like that with these pieces. So That's what you got to do. And you also have to deal with deflection of the blade, because that blade is thin, and that's going to take the path of least resistance through that thick plastic. So it may tilt to one side or the other, leaving you with a bevel, you know, after your cut, which is a pain in the ass. But obviously on thinner pieces, you don't really have to worry about it as much. But on thicker pieces, yeah, it's not great. Andrew says, I think Tim needs the mini Vevor miter saw, maybe for those thicker ass pieces. Maybe. Bill says anything more than 2 millimeters thick, and you're better off using a hobby saw. Oh, 100%. Yeah, absolutely, 100% agree. He says those Minishima file plates are great, but there is just too much wasted steel around the file surface. Right? Tell me about it, Bill. That's the one thing that I'm really irked with this thing. I mean, look at this. Look at it. It's like three quarters of an inch on these sides, and then probably half an inch on this side, right? Like, why not just do the whole damn surface in a file, right? And then look here, like they did the teeth this way, you know, for this little bit and this little bit, but then the diagonal teeth, they only, I don't know. What are you gonna do? I mean, it's still a great tool. Don't get me wrong. It's still a great tool, but it could be better. It could have been better. C'est la vie. C'est la vie, Kotobukiya. C'est la vie. Anyway, Minishima. Whatever. I was looking at a Kotobukiya part, and I said Kotobukiya instead of Minishima. Whatever. Andrew says if Tim was going to use his fingers when cutting those small parts to width, I think I'd be fiscally required to introduce him to the Shake Hands with Danger song cat safety film. Oh, see, yeah. Yeah. So I totally understand what you're saying, Andrew, and I agree absolutely wholeheartedly. But that's where the technique comes into play, right? When you're really getting close to your digi, you have to like this, right? Like this small part here. Like I can't hold my thumb down below and cut through it. It's just not really gonna work all that well. So with something like this, yeah, you start off just going straight, but then at the end, you start to go into a slow controlled slicing motion. Real super slow, especially at the end. And then that just, yeah, that'll come off. Boom. So, yeah, it's when you're cutting real close to your fingers, yeah, you gotta have good technique. And that's going to get you way farther than just, you know, ham-handing and just. So, yeah. Todd says, my birthday Saturday. Oh, it's your birthday Saturday? What? Todd, happy early birthday, buddy. We are planning to go to the local Rib Fest. They have here a once a year. Ooh, nice. Food is really good. They have live music and bear tents. I don't know what a bear tent is. Does that have anything to do with actual bears? He says, but I don't drink. Yeah, that's fine. He says, but I did get sunburned 2 years ago. Andrew, you would like it. Nice. Ribs are really good. Oh, I love me some ribs. Holy shit. Yeah, I love me some ribs. Any barbecue, man, I'm totally down with. Any barbecue. They have amazing barbecue down in North Carolina, right around where Renee lives. Oh, best barbecue I've ever had. Now, mind you, and Bill, just to let you know, I have never been to Texas. I know y'all probably got barbecue down there that would blow anything out of the water. So if I ever get to Texas, I will stand corrected. But from what I've experienced so far, my own personal experience, yeah, that North Carolina barbecue, man, is just super good. There's this one place down there, I forget the name of it, but man, they got this brisket, and what I do, well, it's actually burnt ends, but I'll get a little thing of burnt ends, and then toss that into their homemade baked mac and cheese. Oh my God, it's so good. Absolutely insane. Todd says they have this dish called bloomin' onions where they put batter on the onions and deep fry it. Oh yeah, dude. Outback. Hell yeah. Love me a bloomin' onion. Love me a bloomin' onion. He says, but the onions are sliced like a flower bloom. Yeah, yeah. Tim dancing with the devil in the pale moonlight. I always ask that of all my prey. Love that. Jack Nicholson, the 89 Batman. Great movie. Jimmy James says, I 3D printed a miter box for my handsaw. There you go. Nice. Putting that 3D printer to work. Todd says, I tried my glass file and it worked good. Thank you, Tim. Much appreciated. You're welcome, buddy. Swanky says, you're always invited to carne asada. Yes. Yes. All of it. All of it. I want it all. Carne asada, brisket, burnt ends, baked mac and cheese, hush puppies. Oh, fuck a duck. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten dinner. I'm gonna go make myself probably chicken sandwiches after this. Not a comparison, but what are you gonna do? Bill says Texas is mostly about brisket. Yes, my favorite kind. My favorite kind. Oh, love brisket. And ribs, but brisket is top tier. Andrew says, I tried to get my parents to try Carolina-style barbecue with the whites. I'm not into that. They run far away from it because it's made with mayo. Yeah, I'm not too into that. That's more like South Carolina. What I'm talking about in North Carolina, where Renee is, it's basically like almost like a Texas barbecue type of thing. Brisket, burnt ends, all of it, and wow, it's so good. Kelvin says, okay, Tim, you mess with my Texas barbecue. No, I do want to mess with it, Kelvin. That's what I'm saying. I absolutely want to mess with it. I want to try like really good Texas barbecue. Like I want to get down there and really, go to like one of those places that have like, the smokers, like, industrial strength smokers and stuff like that. Yeah. I absolutely want to mess with it. Todd says, well, guys, I'm calling it a night. Got to be up early in the morning. He says, I'll be on tomorrow. Have a good night, guys. Todd, take care, buddy. All right. Okay, Veruca Salt. Man, I'm not a blueberry. You're a blueberry. Shut up. Anyway. All right. 11:44. Man, we got 15 minutes. Let's hammer down here. All right. So this thing should be nice and glued. Yep. We just got to do the squeeze out cleanup here. And then we'll start to explore how these strips are going to be put into place. Because I'm looking forward to this idea. And it's very important that these sides are especially clean. Because we definitely need a good tight fit for these strips that we're going to apply. And I forget who it was the other night that asked about kind of my process in terms of design and everything like that. And, like I said the other night, I have a general idea, a general silhouette for, what I do. But a lot of it is just on the fly. I kind of termed it vibe modeling, you know, kind of like after vibe coding and everything. But yeah, you're just kind of going with the flow, and just seeing what the part gives you, you know. So that's kind of the methodology. Nice. Yeah. Oh, that couldn't be any more perfect right there. That's right on the edge. Sweet. All right. We may need a new 2.5mm strip, because that's all we got right there. Yeah, we're gonna need a new one. All right. 2.5mm. 2.5mm. 324815 3221025. Bingo. Bob's your uncle. Let's go. All right. All right. So let's just double check and make sure. Shut the fuck up. What? Did I accidentally put a 2mm? Yeah, I did. I accidentally put a 2mm piece in a 2.5. Oh, there's a nice little strip right there that I can use. All right. Well, I'll put that off to the side. Let's double check here. Good thing I checked. All right, yeah, these are both the same. All right, cool. So, like I said, what I'm thinking is putting these kind of on edge like this, right? Because these are tall. In this orientation, these are taller than this, you know, big thick plate in here, just by, you know, about 0.5 millimeter or so, which is a nice height. It's not too much, but it's just enough to be noticeable. And then what we'll do is run it down probably to this hard edge here and cut it at a nice steep angle. All right, so let's explore that. All right, we're gonna have to clean that up, but let's see what that looks like. It's not bad. I may want to go a little sharper than that. Let's clean it up first and see what we got here. Man, all this talk of food got me hungry. I blame Todd for talking about the barbecue, and then I blame Swanky for bringing up the carne asada. God damn it. I want both right now in my mouth. Let's go. All right, cool. Let's just trim. Got leading edge there. All right, let's see what this looks like here. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Yeah, I really like the look of that. Okay, cool. So let's try our best here to match the angle. Right there. All right. Ka-chunk, just like a guillotine. All right, yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of edge cleanup, but man, that angle's pretty damn good too. All right, let's get this cleaned up here. And then we're going to need to figure out the length of how long we want these to go. Okay. And then all right, let's see what we've got here. All right, that's damn near identical. Let me put it on the 1, 2, 3s here and just really kind of scrutinize this here. Ah. Super nice. Super nice. All right, cool. All right, so with that being said, how far do we want this to go down the piece? I think, I don't know if I want to. Now, obviously what we're doing is we're matching up this. We're matching up this angle right here, right? This right here. Now, if we were to put this strip right on that corner, you know, the two angles would match up. They would look fine and everything. But I don't know if I want to do that. I think what I'm going to do is set this back a few millimeters, maybe 2-3 millimeters back from that edge. Because we're basically echoing the edge, and yeah, I think that'll look really good. All right, what are we looking at in terms of measurements here? Yeah, that's 3 mil. Okay, cool. So what I'm gonna do, put a little mark there, and now that we've got our forward edge, now we need to figure out what are we doing kind of with the back edge. So maybe what we do is just cut it abrupt and go from, you know, kind of play it by ear. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. All right. Perfect. All right, so now get these two matched up one more time. Right there. Clean those edges. Very nice. All right, so now we've got our two matching strips. We're good to go. Let's get this let's get things applied, yeah? So, let's see. $3 mil, and then it should be about 3 mil right there. And yep, on the money. Sweet. On the money. Okay. So we're gonna grab this guy right there. And we're gonna need the palette for this. Let's get the 1, 2, 3s out of the way. What time is it? 11:56. Okay, cool. So this should we should come right down to the wire on this in terms of time and work. All right, gotta work fast, gotta work fast. Right there. All right, well, we know we got enough super glue there because it just glued my damn finger to it. Okay. That works. I think I'm going to go a different route for the other one, though. I don't know if super glue is the best choice, actually. So I'm going to try Plastic Magic with this side. And I'm actually going to try using the finer tweezers here. Right there. Yeah. All right. See, I think this is going to be a little bit easier because then we can kind of use the capillary action to run along the edge, especially. Yeah, that just sucked up the glue real good. We'll just do that on this side here too, just to be on the safe side. Here we go. All right. Ooh, yeah. That's a good look right there, guys. That's a good look right there. Let me show you. That's a good look right there. Look at that. Yeah. Yeah. And then, is this the right side? I don't think that's the right side, no. And once this guy is on there, oh yeah. 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 That looks real good. I like that. I like that quite a lot right there. Yeah. Again, this mimics some of the details that we already have, right? Because they kind of look like fins, right? So, you know, we've got the fins back here on the lower ankle, and then we've also got the fins on here on the shoulder. So that kind of mimicked that, you know, design look, right? But yeah, I really, really like that. That's looking really, really solid. All right, cool. And then what I was thinking, is maybe, and I'm gonna have to kind of play with iterations and things like that, but maybe one of these Kotobukiya plates on here, you know, right in the middle, maybe like one of the vents or something like that would be, you know, an interesting look, or one of the X, you know, plates or something. Either one I think would look really, really good, kind of right in the middle here in that gap. So yeah, or what could be good, is that the same width? That's the same width. What? How did that happen? So now that I'm looking at it as I drop it, this vent right here is the same width as this kind of pivoting block part that we glued in. That would actually look pretty good right there. Yeah, and the thickness of this is probably right about the thickness of the bevel that we have in there too. So that would be a natural, you know, transition there. Okay, I'm gonna have to keep that out. You know, we also have these kind of vent-looking things here too. So all options are on the table. All options are on the table. All right, 12:03. Let's get caught up in the chat real quick, and then we're gonna punch the clock for this evening. So, let's see. Man, again, lots of chat. So we're gonna power through this here. Kelvin says, "Okay, boy, get down here." Uncle Kelvin. I want to, dude. I want to get down there. I experience the food, you know. Enrico says, always invited to some good Uruguayan asado too. Oh, buddy. We have 3.6 cows per person for a reason. Oh, see? And I'm totally down for all of it. If it's got some spice and some kick, yeah, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Bill says, Tim, go to Frisco, Texas, and hit up Hutchins Barbecue, or in Dallas, hit up Terry Black's. Word. All right. Andrew says, Violet Beauregard. Oh, Beauregard was the blueberry. Veruca Salt was the spoiled rich girl. Are you calling me a spoiled rich girl, Andrew? Man, shut up. Swanky says, haha, it's the best. Dude. Andrew says, I need to try my hand at making carne asada, right? Jimmy James, good night, guys. Jimmy, take care, buddy. Mr. Brian Lelouch, he says, I am here. Brian, how are you, buddy? He says, Henry, what's up? Back from, reservist drill. That's why. Okay. I was wondering where you got to, but damn. Bill says, you missed him doing the truffle shuffle. I did. Andrew says, friends, Romans, Gumpla Builders, lend Tim your ear. Andrew says, hey man, nothing much. A whole lot of plop plating from the old fart. Man. Brian says, same old man. Shaking my head, we can't teach him new things. Thought I was the one teaching things, but okay. Oh man. Bill says, when does Goonies 2 come out? I remember hearing they were making it, but nothing since. Were they? Damn. Henry says, don't ask. I think he shot it out of a tank's main gun. Oh, he said, Henry says, Brian, how's the Wing Zero going? Brian says, I bet you guys needed about the new MCU trailer. Can't believe they brought back Sir Patrick Stewart, right? Oh, him and Gandalf, man. Those two are crusty. Good thing, I think this is about getting to the end of their, I think this is the last hurrah for their iterations of these characters. Stewart has said this will be the last thing he acts in. Well, there we go. Let's see. Doomsday is his last or second to last movie TV role. He is finally retiring. Good. He deserves it. Brian says, I'm a couple pieces away from finishing the PBY Catalina so I can start cutting up the wing booster. I had to build the Master Grade Justice Gundam for the reference on how I'm going to make it. Interesting. All right, let's go. Foom looks great. RDJ accent, on the other hand, I don't know. I actually liked the accent that he did. It was pretty good. Brian said I should have built but jet engine instead. That's all I could have done. Nice. All right. Tim for Doom. Let's go. Yep, blow it up. Tim could definitely do Charles Xavier, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. I don't know, man. I'm not that clean shaven. Like, I still got a little stubble up here, but yeah. He is like, Mr. Charles is shaven. Let's see. Kelvin says we have a GBWC model in the making. You go, Tim. Oh no, this isn't GBWC. This is going to be a gift for someone. Bill says, well, we do see Tim in a rolling chair quite a bit, and he does wear some kind of funky headwear. Fair. Andrew said, you said you want it all and you want it now. Oh, sorry, I didn't catch the reference there, Andrew. My bad. Julius says, have you had a chance to use that chili recipe I sent you years ago? Fuck, no, I haven't. Sorry. I gotta pull it out and actually commit to doing it. There's been no time, unfortunately. So, Henry says, you ain't teaching shit. Man, shut up. Dick. Andrew says, Tim, can you do the truffle shuffle, but can he do the time? Tim can do the truffle shuffle, but can he do the time warp? Get the popcorn. Nah, no popcorn here. Anyway, all right, kids. That's where we're gonna punch the clock for this evening. Remember, the new drop is up in the Child of Mecha store, shop.childofmecha.com. Go get you some good stuff. We got the 4 new insignia from UC. We've got the Killer Bees, Desert Zaku insignia. We've got the Shrike team. Yes, they're all dead. We got the Naga 3, which was the Zeon submarine fleet from the Pacific. And then we also got Bill's favorite Dom unit, the Blue Bone Squad. They were the only Dom unit stationed in North America during the 1-year war. All 4 of those are really cool. We also got the Chisel Discipline shirts and hoodies back into the store. Those are a classic. And then we also have the first wave of Mecha Decal insignia on shirts and hoodies and stuff as well. Go get you some because they're good things. They're really, really good stuff. So Also, too, we got several new videos for members in, on the YouTubes. The Super Secret Project, we got 2 videos, the 2 shorts up there right now. I'm gonna put up another one tomorrow. This little project is coming along really good. I'm very happy with it so far. So stay tuned for all of that. And then last but not least, make sure you go buy some. Hell yeah! We'll be back on tomorrow during the day. And then that'll be it for the week. No Friday stream because I'm going down to visit my fiance. Oh yeah, Brian, I'm gonna be in your neck of the woods this weekend, buddy. So yeah, it'll be good times. So, but aside from that, oh, hey, look at this, Mr. RF Aurora. We started on a high note. We're ending on a high note. Andrew, you officially get one of these, buddy. Hell yeah, look at that. We got Bill signing back up to start off with. We got Andrew to sign up at the end of it. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, man. Good stuff. All right, kids. Well, yeah, we're going to end on that note. A very high note, might I add. So, good stuff. Do come back tomorrow if you are able to. And yeah, we're gonna continue working on this. I really like the look of this. This is getting along really well. So we're gonna continue kind of exploring that and see what we come up with. But yeah, come on back for that. And I will see you guys tomorrow. If not, I will see you back here probably Monday night. It might be tight. I may have to cancel Monday night, but I'm not sure yet. Still a work in progress, so stay tuned. So, anyway, kids, stay tuned for the end credits. I will see you guys later. Take care. Bye. Oh, I forgot. Be safe out there. Enjoy your night and build something cool too. So, end credits. Bye.